Hello, everybody. Welcome to another awesome episode of Youth Connect. I'm Aiden.
Hi, I'm Kevin.
I'm Nibras.
Hi, I'm Logan.
I'm Jeffrey.
And welcome to our Youth Connect. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Youth Connect. You're excited for another awesome episode. If you guys saw, we have brand new guests on. Just joking with you, but we have returning co-owners where our special friends here are here to share with you some live news in person. So we have gotten Nibras and Kevin. So instead of a recording, Nibras has some time today, and he's going to be bringing you some entertainment podcast news. And of course, Kevin's going to be bringing interesting facts. But of course, obviously, a little bit of everyday news. I guess you should say, from weather to sports, whatever's in the news. So I hope that you guys are excited. It might be a bit longer. It's always fun when Youth Connect gets to go a little bit longer. Anyways, for those who don't know, Youth Connect is a news, interest, entertainment show that is here to share with you a whole bunch of news, whether it be cooking knowledge, live music, video games, and even some entertainment, or even some world news and some interesting facts. We got everything for you in store today. And if you guys know, the first thing that we always have to start off with is some gaming news. All right, guys, so usually I have to talk about the video game of the week. That is the first thing on our list. And usually that is a game that is going to be coming out soon, has recently released, or is an old classic.
Is one of my childhood favorites. I used to play it all the time, and it just had a sequel released today. And today's game of the week is World of Goo 2. So what is World of Goo? Well, imagine the story as this. You are, well, not you, but I don't know who you are. It's never really explained. But more, a powerful company has rebranded as an environmentally friendly, sustainable, green, clean goo processing non-profit machine. You must help them collect as much goo as possible. But what do they really want? You must explore a new story spanning hundreds of thousands of years and watch the world change. In the previous game, you get to watch through all seasons, summer, spring, winter, and fall. But in this time, you get to span across the ages, discovering new species of goo like jelly goo, liquid launchers, growing goo, shrinking goo, explosive goo, and more, all with mysterious new properties. They have tons of new musical tracks and over 5 new chapters with 60 brand new levels, each featuring additional challenges. But be careful. The world is beautiful, but it is also dangerous. Guide as many goo balls into the exit pipe of each area as you can. But you always have to wonder to yourself, what's on the other end of that pipe? So if you haven't played World of Goo 1, I recommend you really do. It's such a good game. It's such a good indie game. And if you have the time and you really liked World of Goo 1, I recommend you check out World of Goo 2, because both of those games are absolutely brilliant. I haven't tried out 2 because it just released today, but I'm really excited to play it later tomorrow, I think. Anyways, though, I'm going to be bringing you next Kevin, and Kevin's going to bring us some all-important news, but of course, everyone's fan favorite, interesting fact that's going to be shared.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Youth Connect News, where I bring news, sports, weather, and a very own interesting fact. I'm your host, Kevin Aruja, so let's get right into the headlines. The Ontario Developer Coalition asks governments for tax breaks to pass on to homebuyers. Canada's economy continues to grow at modest pace as forecasters brace for more rate cuts. The Toronto Blue Jays are looking for owner of winning a 50 out of 50 ticket worth, which is $825,000 for $1,000. And Summer McIntosh wins gold in 200 meters butterfly sets on Olympic records. A coalition of Ontario developers has risen to three levels of government to ask for a reduction in taxes on new housing, saying it will pass on those saving dollar for dollars to homebuyers. The new group, called the Coalition Against New Home Taxes, or CANT, is composed of 18 developers who collectively plan to build 100,000 new housing units over the next 10 years. The coalition wants to see federal and provincial governments remove the harmonized sale tax on all new housing, as they have done for rental housing construction. It would also like the province and the city of Toronto to eliminate the land transfer tax on the new construction homes. The coalition would also like to see municipalities reduce development charges to 2009 rates adjusted for inflation. The group includes Altera, Harlow Capital, and Stafford Developments, among others. In 2009, taxes accounted for about 12% of the cost of an average condominium in Toronto, the group has said. Now, taxes account for about 29% for the same house, for the same home. Development charges alone up for 1,200% over the last 15 years, they say. Ottawa and Ontario have been taking numerous legislative steps to try to kickstart the construction of badly needed housing projects, a combination of soaring home prices over the past decade, especially during the pandemic, and steep increases in interest rates has stalled many projects. Recently released data from the Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation, it shows housing starts across Ontario in June for down to 44% compared to 1 year ago. Municipalities across Ontario are not sold to the proposal for the developer group if it means reducing development charges. The province passed a law in 2022 that cut development charges developers had to pay municipalities for infrastructure such as roads, sewer, and water. The Association of Municipalities of Ontario estimated the charges would leave municipalities with a $10 billion hole over 10 years. The province later walked many of the chart changes back, but the association said they still represent a $2 billion hole over the same time frame. The Canadian economy continued to keep its heads just above water in May, growing 0.2%, led by expansion in manufacturing and the public sector. Statistics Canada gross domestic product report on Wednesday said retail and wholesale trade, as well as the oil and gas sector, weighed on growth. However, it's highlighted the Trans Mountain Pipeline expansion contribution to economic growth that month. Economists noted that the latest data came in slightly stronger than expected. It reaffirms the fact that economic growth is tepid, warranting a continued reduction in interest rates from the Bank of Canada. The federal agency estimates that growth has tempered slightly in June to 0.1%, with growth in construction, real estate, and rental and leasing, and finance and insurance partially offset by decreases in manufacturing and the wholesale trade. For the second quarter, Statistics Canada expected real gross domestic product grew at an annualized rate of 2.2%. The latest economic growth figures comes 1 week after the Bank of Canada lowered its key interest rates for the second time in a row. The governor Tiff Macklem said the central bank's decision was partially driven by weakening economic conditions. The Bank of Canada interest rate cuts are expected to take some of the pressure off of the economy, though at 4.5%, its benchmark rate continues to restrict economic growth. Many forecasters expect the Bank of Canada to follow up with another interest rate reduction in September. The Ball Cubs charity, the Jays Care Foundation, announced on Tuesday that the owner of the winning of $825,953 tickets sold at a July 21st matchup against the Detroit Tigers has yet to come forward. Because the tickets for the 50 out of 50 homestands jackpot was purchased from an in-stadium seller and not online, the foundation said it doesn't have the tickets holders' contact information. Jays Care urges fans to attend this Sunday, July 21st game versus the Detroit Tigers to check their tickets, the organization said in a Tuesday afternoon on news release. This isn't the first time in a big 50-50 prize has gone unclaimed. Last year, the winning ticket for the Amazing April 50-50 jackpot worth $2.87 million went unclaimed for the 10 days before the winner was found. In that case, Jay's Care are also announced that it was looking to identify the lucky fan who purchased their ticket in person at the Rogers Center. Unlike OLG, draws such as Lotto 649 or Lotto Max, where unclaimed tickets expired 1 year after the draw date, 50 tickets expired 90 days after the relevant draw. In 2023, the JCare said, fans took home a record-breaking $16 million through 50-50 jackpots. Jays fans located in Ontario and Nova Scotia are eligible to buy tickets for 50-50's raffles online. And now moving forward to in sports news, the Canadian swimmer Summer McIntosh won her second Olympic gold medal in Paris with the victory in the women's 200-meter butterfly. McIntosh has also won the 400-meter individual medley and was a silver medalist in the 400-meter freestyle. The 17-year-old from Toronto joined George Hodgson in 1912 and Alex Bauman in 1984 among Canadian swimmers who achieved double gold at the Olympic Games. McIntosh's time of 2 minutes, which is 3.3 seconds, was an Olympic record. Regan Smith of the United States took silver in 2 hours and 3 minutes, and China's Zhang Yifei was the bronze medalist in 2 hours and 5 minutes and 9 seconds. McIntosh isn't done chasing medals in Paris. She races in the freestyle relay later on Thursday and will also compete in a 200 meters individual medley. In today's weather forecast, we've got mainly cloudy. This afternoon, the temperature is now 27 degrees. And tomorrow, we will get another fully cloudy. The temperature will be 29 degrees. And now moving forward for the interesting fact, I'm going to talk about my favorite flavor is cinnamon. The story about cinnamon is rich in antioxidants and other beneficial compounds. Some research suggests it may help you manage the blood sugars, protect against heart disease, and reduce inflammation. Cinnamon is often underappreciated for the power it holds to transform a simple dish into a flavor explosion. Think of that, what warm, gooey cinnamon buns or a certain popular toasty, crunchy cereal would be without it. Not much, that's what. It's time we gave cinnamon its due. If you're looking to spice up your baking or cooking a bit, if you just love the flavor of cinnamon, I got 4 delicious facts about cinnamon. The first fact is contains powerful medicinal properties. Yeah, cinnamon is a spice that is made from the inner bark of trees, scientifically known as cinnamomum. Cinnamomum. Sorry for name butchering. There are 2 main types of cinnamon, which is Ceylon cinnamon, which this type is also known as Jew cinnamon, and cassia cinnamon. This is the most common variety today and what people generally refer to as cinnamon. So the second fact is loaded with antioxidants. Yes, antioxidants protects your body from oxidative damage caused by free radicals. Cinnamon is loaded with powerful antioxidants, including flavonols. Yeah. One study found that cinnamon supplementation could significantly increase antioxidant levels in the blood while reducing levels of markers used to measure inflammation, such as C-reactive protein. The third fact is it could protect against heart disease. Cinnamon has been linked to a reduced risk of heart disease. According to one review, supplementing with at least 1.5 grams or about 3/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon per day was able to reduce level of triglycerides, total cholesterol, and blood sugar in people with metabolic disease. Another review of 13 studies found that cinnamon could reduce triglyceride and total cholesterol levels. both of which are risk factors for heart disease. Cinnamon has also been shown to reduce blood pressure when consumed consistently for at least 8 weeks. And the last fact is, which type is best? Not all cinnamon is created equal. The cassia variety contains significant amounts of a compound called coumarin, which is believed to be harmful in larger doses. All cinnamon should have health benefits, but cassia may cause problem in large doses due to the coumarin content. Kaolin, which is true cinnamon, is much better in this regard, and studies shows that it's much lower in coumarin than the cassia variety. Compared to kaolin cinnamon, cassia cinnamon is generally more affordable and more environmentally available. So that's all for me. We come to the end of my segment. I'm sending you back to Aiden. See you next week.
Out of all the things, I did not know cinnamon had so many names. I thought cinnamon was just going to be called cinnamon. I actually have to say, out of all of my cinnamon flavored things, I got to say that a cinnamon bun is the best way to have cinnamon. And for everybody else, do you guys have a cinnamon dish that you would say is your favorite? Ooh, a tough one, but I feel like you guys can do it.
Cinnamon bun, I love it. Just love it. It's just amazing.
Cinnamon buns
I
are
agree
definitely
with that,
a good
too.
choice. What about you, Kevin?
Mine would have to be cinnamon toast crunch cereal.
Okay,
My
I like that
favorite.
choice. I like that choice. That's a really good choice. I like that. Kevin. What about? Well, I'm gonna save you last, Logan. But what about you, Jeff? Do you have anything cinnamon flavored that you like?
I like having cinnamon on my bagels sometimes.
Ooh, cinnamon bagels sounds delicious. And of course, Logan, what's your favorite cinnamon-based food that you would like to share?
Oh, I mean, I already said cinnamon buns. Can't
Okay.
compete.
I love those choices, guys, and thank you so much, Kevin. You know what? It got us discussing a little bit about cinnamon. Now I think I need to get some cinnamon buns. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Kevin. It's time to move on to our second gaming news. Now, I actually have something that is quite sad because it's actually quite topic worthy, I should say. If you guys know, there is a special event happening this very moment. And you know what that is? It's the Olympics. And not only that, but usually every single year when the Olympics are happening, Nintendo releases Mario and Sonic the Olympic Games. But Mario and Sonic are dead, at least for the Olympic Games series. According to a developer who worked on every game in the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games franchise, the reason there's no appearance for the joint Nintendo and Sega venture during the 2024 Paris Olympics is because, well, the whole series is dead and gone. A rumor has been backed up reporting that the International Olympic Committee could have ended its partnership with the publishers. So, Lee Cocker, who's worked on the visual elements and gameplay on multiple Mario and Sonic titles, first broke the eerie silence following the two characters' no-show at this year's games. He said on Twitter, "For the people that are asking, there will be no Mario and Sonic for Paris 2024," adding that the franchise apparently finished with 2020's Tokyo edition. I know because I worked on all the games in the franchise, I definitely would understand when the events are being closed. And from what I've seen, there has been no mention of a Mario and Sonic Olympic Games release for 2024, Cocker added. Unfortunately, that means that there are a lot of people displeased with the fact that there is not a 2024. Now, I never played the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, but from what I've told, it was absolutely amazing. A lot of the games were kind of miss, but then some of the games were incredibly good. And unfortunately, it may have been because, as you heard, that they finished their partnership with Nintendo and Sega. So, however, Cocker did say that it remains a shame to see a long-running franchise come to an end, but especially giving that breakdancing was a playable event. How cool would that be? Imagine seeing Mario breakdancing in the 2024 Mario and Sonic Olympic Games. It would be amazing. But unfortunately, we have to see if there is going to, and maybe if we get enough attention, us gamers will get a 2024 Olympics Games Mario and Sonic game. I say go for it because I think that all of the events for this year are definitely surprising. Anyways, though, I'm going to keep it moving. And next up is Nibras for some entertainment and podcast news.
Hello, everybody. How are you guys today? My name is Nibras Khan, and I'm your host for the entertainment news. Let's get straight into our top story. And our top story is about Inside Out 2 crosses another box office milestone, surpassing an MCU title to become one of the highest grossing movies ever. Yes, serving as a sequel to 2015's Inside Out, the new animated Disney movie from director Kelsey Mann follows Riley as she enters puberty and begins experiencing more complex emotion. Inside Out 2 reviews have been glowing, and the film got off a roaring start at the box office upon its release date in mid-June. Deadline now reports that Inside Out 2 has overtaken 2012's The Avengers, which was worth $1.5 billion, to become the 10th highest grossing movie of all time. The film's worldwide box office now sits just below a staggering $1.5 billion, comprising 905.1 million internationally and 618.8 million domestically. This latest record follows Inside Out 2 overtaking Frozen 2, yes, last week, to become the biggest animated movie of all time. Here's a chart of the top 5 highest grossing movies ever. So, now, first we have Avatar, worth 2.9 billion. Avengers Endgame, second position, 2.7 billion. Avatar The Way of Water, 2.3 billion. Titanic, 2.2 billion. And Star Wars The Force Awakens, 2 billion. So these were the stats, and Inside Out 2 is the 10th place. This were the stats for the 1 to 5, okay? So now the Pixar movie isn't done yet. Inside Out 2 hit theaters about a month and a half ago now, which for many films would mean that its theatrical run is winding down. Prior to the film's release, however, Pixar executive Pete Docter revealed that the sequel would enjoy an exclusive theatrical run of 100 days, with week-to-week drops being impressively low as audiences continue to check out the films in theaters. There's reason to believe that Inside Out 2 still has plenty of gas in it and in the tank. The next film that Inside Out 2 box office could overtake is 2019's The Lion King remake, which crossed over 1.6 billion worldwide. Since Inside Out 2 isn't even halfway through its theatrical run yet, it certainly has that potential to overtake the hit movie to become the 9th grossing movie of all time. Jurassic World isn't far above. It's in the 8th position. The Lion King at 1.6 billion, which means it's also at risk of being surpassed. Just to let you know, the review for Inside Out 2, I did watch it. I believe it was the third or fourth day. I watched it with my brother. Loved the film. It was really good. I watched the first one. That was amazing. But Inside Out 2 is really good. Like, it is very nice. Like, these guys, like, they put the work into films. It was really nice. How did you like the Inside Out 2 film? Let me know. Now to my second story. Now, before I go to my second story, I like to tell you about the fact of the day. And today's fact of the day is, drum roll, please. I've been missing that. But today we have the joke of the day. Yes, the joke of the day is, now listen to this. Why was the Olympian not able to listen to music? Why? Do you guys know? I'll repeat that. Why was the Olympian not able to listen to music? because he broke the record. That's a nice joke. I found this online and I actually liked it, so I'll repeat it again. Why was the Olympian not able to listen to music? Because he broke the record. Get it? He broke the record. I hope you like that joke. Now to my second story. Now my second story is about a podcast. Of course, the podcast name is Empty Frames. So this podcast, it was nominated for the top 10 road trip podcast. So this is a really good podcast. So while you're on a road trip, you can listen to this podcast. The podcast name is Empty Frames. Empty Frames. On March 18, 1990, two men in police uniforms visited the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston and left with 13 paintings worth a total of 500 million. What happened after that? Host Tim Pillary and Lance examined the facts, theories, and historical significance behind America's greatest unsolved heist. So I love this podcast. This is like true crime podcast. Like you can listen to it. They tell you about the facts, what happened, what went wrong, how did they escape, etc. And but I love this. And that's all for me. As always, this is Nibras Khan from Newscaster. I'll see you all next week. Thank you. Take care. Back to Eden. Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
How interesting is that? I actually gotta say that for Inside Out 2, I heard it was really, really good. It really captured the essence of growing up when you get anxiety and you get all that.
Did you? Did you watch the movie?
So we actually did watch the movie and it was absolutely outstanding. It was really, I don't know how to explain it, heartwarming and sad in a way.
Of course.
It's a great movie, and if everybody wants to check out a movie, the Nibras suggestion is actually a really, really, really good show.
Inside Out 2. Very nice movie.
Very, very good movie. All right, so let's keep moving. Let's keep moving forward. I'm going to be bringing you some board game news because sometimes people just don't like video games. So it's okay. I got your back, and I'm going to be bringing you a board game. And today's board game is very simple. It is called Agueda, the City of Umbrellas. Every summer, the town of Agueda, Portugal, transforms into a beautiful arts festival with colorful umbrellas hanging above the streets and decorated lampposts, murals, and other art installations around this quaint city. In Agueda, City of Umbrellas, players will take on the role of festival artists, decorating the city streets with their own colorful umbrellas to attract the most tourists to their streets. As an artist, you will need to balance the requests of the city, shops, and tourists to create the most stunning arrangement of umbrellas. Players will draft tiles from a center board, and basically you gotta dress up your street. Careful placement of your umbrellas will unlock sections of your tourist map, which will add more tourists to check out your street. And basically, at the end of the game, whoever gets the most tourists on their street is the winner. It is a 1 to 5 player game that is actually inspired by the real life annual festival in Agueda, Portugal called the Umbrella Project. So I actually love that it's a reference to something, and it is actually one of my favorite places. If I ever go to Portugal, I need to go when they have the Umbrella Project because that is such a beautiful array of, you get to see these umbrellas all above you, and it's amazing to see how colorful it is. Apparently it really is super colorful, bright, and this game really captures the essence of it. So again, this board game for this week is called Agueda, the City of Umbrellas. I hope that you check it out. If you do, leave a comment down below and tell me was it good? Was it interesting? Was it fun? You got to tell me. Anyways, though, let's keep it moving. Next up, we have Logan, our culinary chef, who's going to be sharing with us his culinary knowledge.
Hello, Youth Connect. I am Logan, and for today's topic, I will be continuing what I said I would do from last week and talk about a very specific plant in relation to the cultivation of produce. Today's topic will be on the wild cabbage and its history and significance and in cultivation. So, what I have right here is a picture of Brassica oleracea, better known as the wild cabbage. Now, when you first look at it, it doesn't really look like all that much. It's pretty unassuming. It almost looks like a weed that you would probably kill from your lawn using like pesticides or something. But you wouldn't believe me that this plant here is actually super important because it's actually a common ancestor between 6 different vegetables that were all selectively bred along various centuries by various different groups of people. And it's pretty fascinating how this one plant can be responsible for us having 6 different vegetables. So I'm going to go list off those 6 vegetables and as well as what parts of this plant were responsible for each of them. So there are 6 parts of the cabbage that were selectively bred into these 6 vegetables: the terminal buds, the lateral buds, the flower clusters, the flower stems, the main stem, and the leaves. Now I'll go over each of them just so you can understand. So starting off, the terminal buds refer to the buds that grow at the very top of the plant. Judging by this picture, though, you can't really see it, but they're basically like little buds, like flower buds, but before they bloom into flowers. And they're specifically the buds that grow at the very tops of the stems. So, the terminal buds was cultivated in Rome during the 1st century and was selectively bred over the course of time into what we now know as the modern day cabbage. And so to go over a little bit about modern day cabbage, it is very full of vitamin B and C. It is also quite high in fiber and also contains some anti-inflammatory properties. Now, going over to the next part of the plant, I'll talk about the lateral buds. Now, lateral buds are the flower buds that grow alongside at the sides of these various stems. Not at the very top, but at the sides. And again, this is before these buds bloom into flowers. Now, in the 16th century, Belgium was able to cultivate these lateral buds and breed them into what we now know today as Brussels sprouts. Now, Brussels sprouts are very high in nutrients. They're quite high in vitamins and as well as fiber. So moving on from the buds, I will now move on to the flower clusters and the flower stems. As you can see in this picture, these come from the very yellow flowers that surround the plant. The flower clusters refer to the flowers that bloom at the top, and the stems refer to the ones that grow along the lateral sides, basically along the sides of the stems. Now, the clusters were first cultivated around the 15th century and were eventually turned into cauliflower, whereas broccoli appeared roughly a century later and was cultivated from the flower stems instead of the flower clusters. So yeah, as you can see, cauliflower was grown from the clusters and broccoli was grown from the stems. Now, the next part of the plant that I'll talk about is the main stem. These are basically the stems at the very bottom sections of the stems, right where the leaves are. And so this one's kind of interesting. It's probably the one vegetable out of all these ones that I'll talk about that most of you probably haven't heard about. It was cultivated around the 1st century by Germany, and it was selectively bred into this vegetable called kohlrabi. This is what it looks like, and it basically tastes like kind of a combination of both broccoli and the turnips. And it even kind of looks like a turnip, which is kind of strange considering that it was made from the stem, whereas turnips are a root vegetable, but this wasn't made by the roots. It even has the nickname of the garden turnip. Now, going into the last part of the plant. Of course, the only one left would be the leaves. So found at the very bottom, resting very close to where the soil is. And they were cultivated around the 5th century and were, over time, selectively bred into the favorite leafy green of all health nuts in the world, kale. And for good reason, they are considered a favorite of people who want to live healthily because they're very high in vitamin K and potassium. Kale also has many anti-inflammatory properties and helps improve eyesight. So anyway, that would just about do it for today's lesson. And I'd just like to reiterate how fascinating it is that all these 6 very different vegetables, you would not think that all of them share a common wild species, but it's true, and it's really just quite fascinating what cultivation has allowed us to do with this plant. But yeah, anyway, that would just about conclude my little lesson for today. Thank you so much for watching, and back to you, Aiden.
Thank you so much, Logan. I am amazed that the cabbage family has so many relatives. So from one, well, technically the correct term is Brassica or Laracia. Oh my goodness, what a big name! But
Just call it wild cabbage.
yeah, or wild cabbage. I think
That's what it is.
used. Wild cabbage is quite shockingly a kind of like a breeding ground for so many amazing vegetables. Like as you said, we got cauliflower, we got kohlrabi, we got Brussels sprouts. It is amazing to see that. And you know what? It gets me excited because I want to learn more about the original starting point for all of our fruits and vegetables. I remember in our group we talked about one time the start of a lemon. I think it was the start of a lemon. And I remember lemons come from oranges, but then oranges also come from this, and they actually come from a pomelo. How crazy is that? The fruit, a family tree is always so interesting to learn about. Thank you so much, Logan. I definitely learned about vegetables, and I think I will learn a little bit more. I'll have to look it up and see. But I really appreciate it. And next up, we are going to be bringing up our final bit, our cherry on top, as everybody calls it. We always have to do Jeffrey with some live music.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jeffrey, your live musician. Hope you're ready to sing and dance. I'm going to be bringing you the Beatles with this song, Twist and Shout. So get ready to dance like that, to dance. Shake your hips, whatever you want to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, shake it up, baby. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Twist and shout. Come on, baby, now. Come on, babe. Come on, now, work it all out. Work it all out. You know you look so good. Look so good. You know you look so fine. Look so fine. Come on, let's twist a little closer now. Twist a little close. Let me know that you're mine. Know you're mine. Well, shake it up, baby. Now. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Twist and shout. Come on, baby. Now, come on, baby. Come on, now, work it all out. Work it all out. You know you look so good. Look so good. You know you look so fine. Look so fine. Come on, twist a little closer now. Twist a little close. Let me know that you're mine. Know you're mine. Well, shake it up, baby, now shake it up, baby. Twist and shout, twist and shout. Come on, baby, now. Come on, babe, come on and work it all out. Work it all out. You know you look so good, look so good. You know you look so fine, look so fine. Come on and twist a little closer, twist a little closer. Let me know that you're mine, know you're mine. shake it up, baby. Now shake it up, baby. Twist and shout, twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on, baby. Now, come on, baby. Come on, now work it all out. Work it all out. You know you twist it, oh girl. Twist it, oh girl. No, you twist so fine. Twist so fine. Come on, twist a little closer. Twist it up close. Let me know that you're mine. Know you're mine. Shake it up, baby, now shake it up, baby. I said twist and shout, twist and shout. Come on now, baby. Come on, baby. Come on and work it all out. Work it all out. You know you look so fine. Look so fine. Look so good. Look so good. Twist a little closer. Twist a little closer. Let me know that you're mine. Know you're mine. Shake it up, baby, now shake it up, baby. Twist and shout, twist and shout. You know you got it, baby. Come on, baby, gonna work it all out. Work it all out. You know you look so good. Look so good. Now you look so fine. Look so fine. Come on, twist a little closer. Twist a little closer. Let me know that you're mine. Know you're mine. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on, baby. Now, come on, baby. Come on, work it all out. Work it all out. You know you look so good. Look so good. You know you look so fine. Look so fine. Come on, and twist a little closer. Twist a little closer. Let me know that you're mine. Know you're mine. Well, shake it, baby. Shake it up, babe. Well, shake it, baby. Now. Shake it up, babe. Well, shake it, baby. Now. Shake it up, babe. Well, shake it, baby. Now. Shake it up, babe. Thank you, everybody, so much. Please check out my website, jeffrankeman.com. Anyways, it's back to you, Aiden. Bye, everybody.
Whoa, that was certainly something. I loved the enthusiasm, and I was kind of jamming with you as you started singing, Jeff. My goodness, that shocked me when you just kept going octave, 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 octave. Oh my goodness, it was awesome. I absolutely loved it. And unfortunately, this does bring us to the end of our Youth Connect. If you did like Youth Connect, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And don't forget to click the notification bell.
I will say, though, thank you so much to Nibras for making time today on the day that he's not busy to, join us for Youth Connect in quite a while. It's so nice to have you. I bet everyone in the chat was so excited to see you. And I was excited. And thank you so much for Kevin, for showing up. Thank you so much for Jeff and so much for Logan. Thank you guys all for being here. And to everybody that's watching right now, thank you so much. I appreciate it. They appreciate it. We all appreciate you. Anyways, this has reached the end. I hope that you have an amazing weekend, and we will see you all next